Prince of Wales is ending the most important foreign visit of his public career. It's in Saudi Arabia.
Well, our GBNews reporter Jack Carson has been there. He joins us now. Jack, how has the visit gone for Prince William?
Well, I think it has been largely very, very successful. Speaking to people yesterday when he was out and about on his visits on different engagements, people here really feel it is a huge honour to have the Prince of Wales visit them. Of course, His Majesty King Charles visited when he was Prince of Wales back in the 2010s. But for the Prince of Wales, you're right to say that this is one of his biggest engagements yet, coming with a lot of importance, of course, both for himself personally as he looks to forge his future monarchy, as well as, of course, for His Majesty's government, who are looking for more investment both into Saudi Arabia and out of it as well. On engagements this morning, he went to Al Ula, which is where we are now, this 7,000-year-old archaeological area here. We're at where one of his engagements later today is going to be, but he took a tour of a nature reserve, speaking to park rangers there about conservation. It's been a busy 3 days of engagements, and we've been following him around. Prince William hits the back of the net in an historic women's football engagement in Saudi Arabia. But for the next in line to the throne, the only goal here in the Gulf is deepening ties for decades to come. The Prince showing off his skills on the football pitch highlights the rapid improvement in women's rights here, with thousands of girls across the Arab state taking part in regional football sessions like this one. The revelations about the former Prince Andrew's connection with Jeffrey Epstein have proved a major headache for the royal family. On Monday, the King and William issued statements expressing concern for the victims of the growing scandal. As he left the football pitch, His Royal Highness faced the inevitable questions from the broadcast media. Sir, to what extent do you think the royal family has done enough around the Andrew and Epstein issue? Aides to William stressed he had a job to do, and he was getting on and doing it.
Please welcome to the stage His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales.
From the physical to the virtual, esports are thriving in Saudi Arabia, with the country hosting the industry's annual World Cup. Receiving a tour of their purpose-built arena, the Prince couldn't help but have a go at one of the sport's most popular games, Rocket League. He didn't manage to win, but the taking part is what counts. The Sports Boulevard in Riyadh has turned what was an urban wasteland into a thriving community hub, with more than 3 million people using the facilities every year. Prince William experienced Saudi Arabia's commitment to sustainable regeneration firsthand. The Prince took his time to look around and speak to people, including structural engineer student Rosiz Alagil.
He seems really nice. I feel like we'll have a great experience with him. Tell him a little bit about how us Saudi students are, really utilising the Sports Boulevard and how everything has really changed for the better, especially for women and for us students.
This is a strategically important trip for the government and the Prince personally, as he takes his next steps on the international stage. Jack Carson, GB News, Saudi Arabia. As you can see and hear there, it's been such a busy few days of engagements, focusing not only, of course, on the objectives of His Majesty's government of wanting to bring investment into the UK from the likes of Saudi Arabia, but also for him personally, focusing on some of the projects that he finds most important. And where he'll end his tour of Saudi Arabia today is here in Al Ula, where he'll meet farmers who are looking at how to farm sustainably and keep this rich architectural and rich agricultural area here for years to come.
Jack Carson, thank you very much for that report.
Hello, I'm Bev Turner. Now, it can feel like the money in our bank accounts at the moment does not keep up with the cost of living, and maybe there's a solution. I'm here today with the CEO of TallyMoney, Cameron Parry. Cameron, what is TallyMoney?
Well, Bev, with TallyMoney, you get a current account and a debit card, but instead of pounds, you use milligrams of gold as your everyday money.
So why gold?
Gold traditionally is a great store of value. It has, on average, gone up at over 11% per annum for the last 25 years against the pound. It's tripled in value in the last decade. And in the last 2 years alone, it's increased by 50% against the pound. Banks' savings products just can't compete with that level of growth.
But this isn't just about gold. This is about a currency that you guys have created at TallyMoney. Explain it to me as though I'm an idiot.
So, look, people need to be able to hold their earnings and build their savings in a money that retains its value and remains in their legal control and remains theirs to access, away from government control.
Great. You had me at not exposed to government control.
You should feel safe and happy with your money. You should have peace of mind the more money you see in your bank balance, and that's the type of thing we're trying to deliver and give people choice in the type of money they get to use every day.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you.
Talking of crisis, Fergie, what's she done now? The mayor found her.
I mean, look,
she's vanished from sight.
Yeah.
She's in the UAE, of course.
Yeah, the Mail have got some great contacts inside the royal family politics and all that, and they write a piece today, and the headline is, "I need to get back to work, I need money."
Sorry, get back to work?
Yes.
When was she in work?
No, what this means, I'll interpret it.
She has written books.
Yeah, I'll interpret it for you.
Oh, budging the helicopter.
Yes.
Which was plagiarised.
Exactly. I'll interpret what it means. What it means is I need to get back to scrounging money off very rich people, or trying to screw money out of newspapers by pretending to the newspapers when they send a man round called the fake sheikh that I can introduce the fake sheikh to Prince Andrew if they give me £500,000. And by the way, I read about another scam she was trying to get involved in the other day, and that is writing to Cunard Shipping and saying for £1 million a year, for £1 million a year, I will go on 4 cruises, £250,000 a time, and you can advertise that I'm on your boat. Well, guess what they said?
Sorry,
no thanks.
Is there any chance of us crowdfunding to send Sarah Ferguson off?
What, permanently? Around the world cruise permanently?
I have to say, Mike never sees a belt without wanting to hit below it, but I think,
it's a bit harsh.
Maybe we're kicking
No, we're not. I think her behaviour's...
there's a bit of a pile on here.
I feel very sorry for her daughters.
My worry is that the Epstein files may yet cause difficulties for those young women. Because we know Sarah Ferguson, why she did it. She took one of them
unbelievably
for lunch with Epstein 5 days after prison. I mean, and that's terrible. But were they? There's all these terrible rumours. Were they ever used as conduits for the Epstein cash, which would be so terrible?
Well, they must have been, because the reason she took them was to add more royal glamour. Because in a way, her daughters were more royal than her, weren't they?
Princesses.
They're princesses, and they're the daughters of Prince Andrew. So they are more royal than she was.
Absolutely.
So she tried to up her royal sort of, glamour by taking her daughter. Most disgraceful thing. I remember years ago, I don't know if you do, when one of the daughters was about 13, I remember doing an interview saying, me and my daughter go out together. We go on the pull, don't we, darling? She was awful as a mother, the way she tried to pile into her children.
Without getting into this working class business, I mean, her father was a major in the army.
Yes, that's
right.
right.
He was also, I think, the captain of the Royal Polo
No, I think he's manager of the Royal Polo team.
Well, it's a world you know more about than I do, Mike.
Yeah, of course I do.
I thought that was a round.
He availed himself in what they used to call brothels, which don't exist now, I don't think.
Yes.
Remember the News of the World exposed him for being in a brothel?
He was very famous for giving away little bottles of perfume to ladies who used to massage his aching limbs.
That when the reporter Neville Thurbeck, do you remember, he said he made an excuse and left?
Yes, Neville Thurbeck was his
Neville
name.
Thurbeck.
Yeah, that's right.
You had a nickname which I cannot say on air.
I can have to tell you this. It's a very true story. When I was a young reporter on the Gloucestershire Echo,
couple of weeks ago.
Cheltenham, very young reporter, my first local paper, there was rumours there was a sex-to-sale sauna in the shadow of Tewkesbury Abbey. The building was owned by the female mayor of Tewkesbury. I was sent along as a reporter.
Hold the front page.
To expose it. And this woman offered me all these sexual services. Of course, I was only 19. I didn't have a clue what any of them were. Any of them were. I made my excuses and left. We got a front-page story about it in the Gloucestershire Echo. It was the biggest increase in sales in the Gloucestershire Echo.
It would be.
In sex sales in Tewkesbury.
Do you know who I exposed? Cynthia Payne.
Oh, God!
Absolutely. I got round to her house, knocked on the door, and it was full of judges and MPs.
They paid by lunch. They paid by
lunch vouchers. It was the luncheon vouchers.
That's insane.
I know. I remember.
Anyway,
they renamed Streatham St Retham.
Yes, that's right.
There was a whole film about
it. It was, absolutely.
Shukra Munna said that she wouldn't even vote Labour.
Former royal correspondent on. And Charles Ray, always delighted to speak to Charles, because he usually says it how it is, with his view on this one this morning. Charles, put us in the picture. What do you think?
Well, it's a tough one, to be perfectly honest, for all members of the royal family. I mean, we're now seeing situations where members of the public are actually calling out questions when they turn up.
Yeah.
And that's a good look for the royal family. And I suspect we're going to get more and more as these royal visits carry on. We saw what happened in Saudi Arabia, and that was a reporter who shouted out the question. And it will continue. It's not a good look for the royal family at all. But on the other hand, Eamon and Dawn, I don't know what else they can possibly do. They've done everything that they can. I mean, Charles has stripped Andrew. I mean, he's practically put him in exile. And it's now down to Andrew's conscience whether he actually talks to the committee in America about what his involvement was with Epstein. There isn't really much more that the royal family can do. Yes, they said they'll be happy to help the police in their investigations. But if that investigation is only about leaks that he is supposed to have or alleged to have made while he was a trade ambassador, that's not good enough. It's got to be the whole sort of sordid mess that's got to be sorted out.
Yeah, I mean, Charles, I mean, you say it's not good enough. Of course it's not good enough because, I mean, as we all keep coming back to, some of us genuinely, some of us less so, I suspect, there are young women and girls involved in this who are going to be suffering for the rest of their lives. But, I mean, you know, the criminal investigation could involve a charge of misconduct in public office, which could carry a life sentence.
Well, it could, yes. But the problem is, I'm angry that the police did not carry out their investigations into the sex allegations involving Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I think there should have been investigation and he should have been brought to a court to answer questions on that. I know he keeps on saying he was not involved or not guilty or anything like that, but in the court of public opinion, they have found him guilty, and he needs to answer those questions as well as the questions about the trade matters.
Yeah.
Charles, got to leave it there.
Thank you very much, Charles.
That's you, the court of public opinion Charles is referring to. We say goodbye to you, my friend. Thank you very much indeed.